Welcome to the Katchup. For everyone watching on Facebook, this is my dear friend Brandon. How do you pronounce your last name, Brandon?
Wenerd.
Wenerd.
Yep.
Brandon Wenerd.
Yep. Really confused. Like, not a great elementary school last name.
Yeah, because you have a silent R in there, the first
Silent
one?
R. Yeah.
W-E-R-N-E-R.
W-E-N.
W-E-N.
So there's like a lot of
okay.
ways you can go with it. There's like Wiener. There's like Wenerd. Like,
Damn, so people lit your ass up, I bet.
not
in grade school or no?
not an easy grade school last name to go with.
You
Not
had-
only are you at the very end of the alphabet,
Yeah.
you're also like just that close to Wiener.
See, that's tough. That's at the very beginning at Ayrouth, but it was fucking miserable.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, oh god, like I was curious. Towards the end, I really liked it because then I just became comfortable and I was like, let's see how you butcher this. Go ahead, run it.
Nope, just always a constant waiting game in my life. Like, just, yep. Cool, we're in the M's now. Sweet. The approximate middle.
Oh shit. Well, for everyone tuning in on Facebook, I'm joined by my dear friend Brandon Wenerd.
That's right. You got it right.
Good
job.
He's a co-founder of BroBible, and the hottest take on the Katchup that we're gonna make this week is we're gonna understand what's better, Five Guys or In-N-Out.
Dude, I am so excited. This is literally my favorite subject in the world.
Do you talk about this subject a lot?
I can't really think of a food debate that I talk about more.
Here's
very passionate about that.
Here's why I think this is going to be an admirable discussion, because where were you born?
Pennsylvania. East Coast.
Okay, so
very hardcore East Coast.
So East Coast, a lot of your work life
New York City.
is New York City. Mine is quite the polar opposite. Born and raised in Southern California, so I'm gonna have that gene in it and infused. My work life has been in Orange County, so I feel like we're representing both ends of the spectrum decently.
Absolutely. Because like where I grew up in Pennsylvania is like kind of this nexus between like DC and Philly and not really New York, but like spent enough time in New York to like do the Shake Shack thing.
Yeah.
Like got the real spectrum of East Coast burger places.
Okay, so what's interesting is, well, first of all, everyone who's watching on the Facebook page, and apologies to people on the podcast, but we'll bring you back in there, is that we're going to have a poll going. So you guys can just vote hashtag In-N-Out or hashtag Five Guys. Spell out Five Guys, right, Bray, or no?
Yeah,
what?
Hashtag
Five Guys. And just so we can see where the barometer is for people watching.
Love it. Can't wait to see how East Coast heavy your fan base really truly is.
We'll see. We actually have a pretty decent split. So whatever it is just purely on what they've tasted, hopefully, or what they hope to taste. But we're going against podcast rules. We're just going to be eating.
Love it.
Like, fuck, we don't have the.
I mean, there's nothing better to watch than two hairy dudes eating,
bro. There's nothing sexy about it.
Just eating. This is like this is.
It's so primal.
Someone somewhere is really into this.
Okay, so we're digging into In-N-Out first.
These are.
Yeah. What your order was?
Double animal style.
Double animal.
Always
style.
my West Coast go-to.
Okay. Well, I love that you have a go-to, and I love that. I have a couple go-tos, but I decided to keep it super simple, just cheeseburger. So it has everything standard on it: the lettuce, the tomato, the nice spread on the bottom.
Beautiful.
This thing looks good. It's been sitting in my car. It took me an hour to get here with this stuff.
So excited. The animal style sauce to me, man.
So good.
So good.
Okay.
So good.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so good.
This is good cold. Let's be honest. It's kind of cold.
It's cold.
It was cold.
It's cold, but you can tell it went through the melty process.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
So, okay, what's cool about In-N-Out for me is memories. Like the first thing I bite into this, I remember the very In-N-Out location my parents would take me to. And I remember like waiting, and it tastes exactly the same. Like that's crazy. Do you remember any of that, like Five Guys?
I do. So with Five Guys, to me, first of all, let me just get my opinions out there. All right.
Get it out.
All right. I believe that In-N-Out is absolutely a superior cheeseburger to Five Guys. Start there.
Okay.
All right. We'll get into that. The when you talk about memories, though, the memories for me come from Five Guys fries.
Okay.
Five Guys like fries are They're what, like, you guys don't really have them on the West Coast, but like they're what we call on the East Coast like boardwalk style fries.
What's a boardwalk style
fry?
So
so all the beach towns on the East Coast, Ocean City, Maryland, a lot of like Rehoboth Beach, up and down the Jersey Shore, all the boardwalks on the beach there. They all have like greasy deep fry like places that basically do the Five Guys style of fries. Like these little mom and pop boardwalk joints. We're doing the style of fries like well before Five Guys ever was.
So is it skin on? Is that a
yeah,
thing too?
No. Yeah,
like,
skin on. And then what they use is peanut oil. That's like a really big like thing for boardwalk style fries.
Right.
And it's like a big East Coast shore town type of thing. Ocean City, Maryland probably has like some of the most famous ones. There's a place called Boardwalk Fries.
Yeah.
There, and then there's also a chain called Thrashers.
Okay.
And literally these places have been around since like the 30s and 20s.
Love it.
And that Five Guys started in Arlington, Virginia.
Yep.
And that's like those are like the summer beach town destinations for people living in like
it's fascinating
in like the mid-Atlantic.
That it kind of has beach town roots.
Yeah.
Because before this conversation, well, you're making me woke right now on this whole thing.
So woke.
So woke. Is because I always, if I had to like brand In-N-Out at all, it's very. I mean, there's palm trees in the logo.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's very California.
The counters have palm trees in it.
Yo, maybe that's the underlying secret to success on both of them. Is they both have this like coastal thing to it.
Right.
Could that be it? Are we on some common ground right now?
I kind of think so. Maybe there's like a little bit. Maybe that's definitely the vibe.
Okay,
like,
so I'll get my opinion out the gate. The In-N-Out hamburger and cheeseburger is definitely. Like, I think it's leaps and bounds above Five Guys.
1,000%.
Right? I don't think my opinion is very new that the fries at Five Guys are better. Mm-hmm. But they don't have anything that compares with the animal style fries that you can get at In-N-Out.
I agree with that.
Like it's crazy. I mean, this spread right now we have the regular fries. So the regular fry is it's tough, man. It's a tough like I respect what they do. Everything's cut and made fresh to order.
Yeah, but sometimes you just want a simple fry. Like if the marketing attraction for In-N-Out is the cheeseburger.
Yeah.
You know, maybe the fries are just like icing on the cake. It's like, you know, you don't necessarily need, like, in order to appreciate the cheeseburger more, you don't need to double up on animal style fries.
I hear you. I very rarely, my go-to In-N-Out order is like a double, chopped chilies. You can get it spicy. Can we talk about how simple the In-N-Out menu is?
Whoa. So you need to guide me through this because forever, when I'm trying to think the first time that I had In-N-Out, I think I was out here for work for the very first time. Mm-hmm. And I was at Comic-Con in San Diego. This is right after Uber came out. I went to a Playboy party that night for the launch of what is it? Kick-Ass? Kick-Ass movie?
Yeah.
For the launch of the Kick-Ass movie. Afterwards, I was a little drunk. Got an Uber. This is before they had Uber X, just Uber Black.
Yeah.
All right. Got an Uber. Made the Uber driver. I told the Uber driver, I was like, "Yo, like, I really want to try In-N-Out right now, like 1:30 in the morning on a Saturday in San Diego during Comic-Con."
Did you make the cut,
dude? So we get there, and he's like, "You're never gonna make it in the drive-thru. Go in."
Yeah.
So I go in and have it, but like, I ordered 2 doubles, animal style, just from like reading food blogs and stuff like that. I was like, "Oh, I gotta get it animal style."
Yeah.
Ever since then, it's just been a mainstay.
And
then just depressingly eating these 2 cheeseburgers by myself in the back of this Uber Black car. This is like right after Uber came out too. Yeah. And I was like, oh man, like there goes my Uber rating right away.
I got this fat homeless dude in the back of my fucking car. Oh my god! So that's your first In-N-Out
experience ever, and ever since then, anytime I come to California, because I'm usually on the West Coast like 3 or 4 times a year, at least, or was. Now I'm out here for a while. Yeah. I would like always make a point to like do it, and I would always say animal style.
Yeah.
Just because that's conditioned, but there are other ways.
There's so many other ways. I mean, what I love about In-N-Out is the simplicity in the menu, but the culture of the people who want to innovate within these this confine of like how to hack this menu. Like there are no more ravenous fans than an In-N-Out fan. Like
Agree.
people that work there and the people that frequent it. Like when we put out our first like YouTube video that really stirred some legs is we ordered this burger monkey style. So monkey style.
What is that?
You take the animal style fries and it gets put in the burger.
What?
Right?
This?
Yeah, the
You
animal
put
style
this in
fries.
a burger.
So to understand, the animal style fries is cheese. It's their order of fries. They put spread, cheese, and then grilled onions on top. And so a monkey style burger is when you take those fries with all that stuff on and it's stuffed in the burger. When that video launched, it was crazy
gosh.
because nothing ever gets added to the menu at In-N-Out. And they're so finite about their procedures. Like they'll never actually put fries on your burger. You can order them on the side. They just won't do it for you. So the fans are just ravenous. The people that work there, why are they so happy?
They are. In-N-Out employees are truly the happiest fast food employees in the world.
I don't like. I mean, okay,
Without a doubt.
yeah, they're paid well,
Right.
for that style of work. But I know people that are paid way more well and hate their job.
Right.
Like there's something in the water In-N-Out that I still cannot understand.
But it's cool because there's like, I was just at In-N-Out in Vegas the other week, and like there's like a culture thing, like the way they interact with people there, within like the In-N-Out, there's like a real team.
Yeah.
Like team mentality towards like fast food, which
They love it. It's like a musical. Like,
Right.
watching, like,
It
when
is.
you
It
watch
is.
people In-N-Out, like when I was picking up the order today, I was like, the one guy was like, "Hey man, you want any like ketchup or sauce?" I was like, "Yeah man, give me some ketchup, some extra spread on the side." And before you knew it, this guy the guy behind him had reached between the guy taking my order's arm and like handed me the stuff. It was magical. I was like, this would only happen at In-N-Out. So when I went to Five Guys to pick up the order, I called it in, picked it up for the sake of time. I go in there. There's one lady, very, very amazing lady, great, like super nice. Took my order to a T. Everything's perfect.
Yep.
But she's the only one in there. Nothing magical about how she took my order.
Right.
There's nothing. I mean, the place was empty. Let's
Yep.
put it out there. And there's more locations than In-N-Out too.
it blows my mind that there are Five Guys in California. I mean, I get it. There's 1,500 of them, but like,
It's a new thing too. It's
Right.
I think within the past 5 years, it's really exploded out here.
Got it.
So
got it.
I didn't have the opportunity to grow up with it. So
Right.
my thoughts could be completely different. So I'm gonna like.
But I also wouldn't see. The thing is like I can't really say that I grew up with Five Guys because Five Guys was such a DC thing until like DC metropolitan area up until like 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
And then it just exploded all across the East Coast.
Yeah.
New York has probably like 25 in Manhattan.
Why do you think it took off like that?
I think it's just that people were sick of McDonald's and Burger King and for like fast food burgers.
So they're thirsty for something.
Yeah,
that, like,
thirsty
had a
for
quality.
something different. Dude, do you remember the all-time great College Humor April Fool's prank years ago when they like all they had to do to cause mass hysteria in New York City
they faked
was
it.
fake that In-N-Out was going to come to New York.
Yes, I remember
And it
that.
it was like it was one of the biggest viral like stunts in that era pre like social media.
See, that speaks to like how strong
Exactly.
and legacy of a brand it is.
Right. But I think it also shows that there was so much this is like kind of pre Shake Shack.
Oh, like consumer
New York.
interest. It was like
so
a
much
test.
consumer interest in the idea of like getting a really fresh cheeseburger, that isn't like heated up in a microwave.
Yeah.
Like the other fast food joints do it.
Yeah.
And, just being able to like have something you really crave like that.
Have you seen The Founder? It's like the founding story of McDonald's.
No.
Okay, so it's like a biopic on the founder of McDonald's. And so like there's two brothers that founded McDonald's, but what really they didn't want a franchise. Like they didn't want to do anything. They loved their shop. They like really innovated on like giving you fast food in like seconds. And it was the franchisee who came in first that really exploded McDonald's.
Right.
But I think that's interesting because Five Guys and In-N-Out took two different paths. Like In-N-Out, every last restaurant is company owned.
Yep.
Like that's why it takes them so long to get.
Right.
In-N-Out's not stupid. Like they want to be in New York.
Right.
They just like don't know how to do it yet at the pace that makes sense.
Right.
And upkeep that quality. I think. I don't know. Like no one at In-N-Out will return a call.
Right.
So, but fuck.
Hitting them with hard-hitting journalism.
Super hard-hitting journalism.
You heard it here first, guys.
All right. So, I feel like we need to dig into these five guys.
All right. Sweet.
Pause.
So, we'll dig into some Five Guys. Give you my opinion on Five Guys.
Okay, so the sesame seed bun out the gate.
Sesame seed bun.
It's funny though because this is what's baller about Five Guys is you have to order I think it's called a junior.
Yes.
To get
it's
a
called
normal
it's called a little
burger.
It's called a little one.
A little.
Yeah.
And look how big this thing is. Hefty.
It's massive.
And so you get
it's
that's
huge.
a regular.
This is a regular 2 patties,
2 patties,
cheese, and then you put on it whatever you want to put on it.
Right.
Like that's the Five Guys mantra is that like, you know, you have your ingredients listed. I go barbecue sauce.
So I ordered it the exact same way as you.
I go barbecue sauce. I also like to add the green peppers because there's like a little bit of crunch there that I think is real nice. Because look, if they're gonna give you the option to add it, like why not add it?
You guys just oh my god, look at this. Okay, I've never had it this way.
So I wish I had a fancy name for this. After we eat, I'll tell you my opinion on why I think that In-N-Out is superior, and they're very in tune to the actual burger itself.
Okay, let's do this.
Way different than In-N-Out.
Yeah, it's good. Don't get me wrong. This is still an above average burger. The barbecue's nice.
Yeah, and it's crazy you couldn't get this nationwide 20 years ago. Real nice. See what I mean with the green pepper?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of crunch
a
in
little
there.
texture.
And then you have the barbecue to like.
'Cause I feel the rest of the burger suffers from a lack of texture, or like
Exactly.
you know what I mean. Like it's super. I don't want to say soggy, but it's getting there. It's
It's
borderline
getting
soggy.
It's getting soggy. We've also had these burgers sitting out for like.
Yes, this is very true. They have been sitting out for now damn near an hour. But
So here's one of the reasons why what I think is superior about a real fresh hot burger from In-N-Out compared to Five Guys is that In-N-Out comes out like when they serve it to you. I think it's the fact that how that thing they wrap their burgers in. The cheese is always like perfectly melty with an In-N-Out burger.
Holy cow!
Like it is like it's like I don't know what it is, but the melting ratio of cheese like in an In-N-Out burger is beyond incredible.
It looks fake in the photo, and then it looks good.
Fake.
Yeah.
Five Guys, you get it right off the grill. They do a lackluster job of getting melty when it comes to like Five Guys burgers.
Yeah.
Like so, I actually have a friend who like when she gets a Five Guys burger, she like will wrap it up and then take the fries really hot out of the greaser, and then put the fries on top of it to melt the cheese properly.
What?
Yeah.
That's some care.
Yo, but if you want really melty cheese,
You have to do that.
You have to do that with a Five Guys burger, which I think is like it kind of shows a little bit of superiority towards In-N-Out.
Okay. So the way they prepare the burger is completely different too. Like one is smashed.
Yep.
The Five Guys is smashed.
Smashed.
But they're both on a griddle top.
On a griddle
Like
top,
they're
yep.
not like none of these are charbroiled. Like that's where you get in your Carl's Jr. territory and the whole nine.
Yep.
I know a lot of people are going to be saying that like, should they even be in the same category? Like Five Guys doesn't even have a drive-through. So like I think like there's a lot of mentality that's different.
I agree. I think like it is kind of BS that Five Guys doesn't have a drive-through. Like I also think the peanuts in Five Guys are really stupid.
Okay, but that's also the craziest value. That's unlimited.
I think they're dumb.
Unlimited peanuts, like the game day peanuts that you can
Right.
smash, and it's just it's a little dumb.
I think it's so kitschy. Like
It's
what
a
do you
hearkening
so
though
why
to
you're
your peanut oil and the whole nine.
right. Like it's absolutely for the fries.
Yeah.
But like, you know, when you're sitting around waiting for a cheeseburger, like when you're just gonna stuff your face with like peanuts, like before you're about to eat this like 1,200 calorie meal.
And it's not like
least.
they need filler. Like, you will get full after Five Guys, and you will feel it for the rest of your week.
And then the other thing about it, too, is with the peanuts comes additional cost. And you probably noticed, like, Five Guys is more expensive than In-N-Out.
It is quite more expensive. We got less food from Five Guys.
Right.
And more from In-N-Out. I spent way more
You get a bigger burger.
Guys. You do get
a bigger burger. But, like, it's like a burger and a fries at Five Guys. Burger, fries, and a drink at Five Guys will run you, like, around $10-ish.
Yep.
Almost anywhere you go across the country. Whereas it's, like, what, standard $7 for In-N-Out?
In-N-Out, you can get out the door for $6 or $7.
Yeah, $6 or $7. Like... Yeah. So that's, I don't know. To me, like, if I'm like a savvy consumer looking for like value prop, I don't know, points to In-N-Out for that.
It doesn't, I think value prop, it doesn't get beaten. Like, even
Right.
at your McDonald's.
Right.
Like,
the thing is there's a contingency of, I don't know if I want to call them food hipsters. I don't really know if that's what it is, but like food hipsters who think that Five Guys is In-N-Out is extremely overrated.
I hate those people. Like,
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
You read Facebook comments.
Yeah, I read Facebook comments. Some of my friends are food hipsters that like want to just be agrarian.
Right.
Like, I spit In-N-Out burgers out. Like, shut your mouth. Like, you don't spit In-N-Out burgers out. It doesn't have to be the best burger you ever tasted.
Right.
But like, they've fine-tuned it to a point. Like, there's like a 60-year legacy.
I think the people that talk shit on In-N-Out, for lack of a better way of putting it, like, are the people that just like haven't been really, really hungry and craving it in a situation, you know? And they're also the same people that don't really have like an opinion on Five Guys or anything like that either. They're like, oh yeah, I really like, like Jay's Burgers down the fucking block. He puts great bacon in his patties.
The friends
that's
of mine,
a fast food joint, homie.
The friends of mine that like chicken fingers are the same dudes and gals that like Five Guys, that like opt for Five Guys. Like, I think is there a type of person that like, I don't feel it's just necessarily an East or West Coast thing.
What do you mean?
Is there a type of person that likes In-N-Out and a type of person that likes Five Guys?
No, I think you bring your like most hardcore East Coast burger evangelists to the West Coast or Five Guys or In-N-Out territory. I think they're going to like enjoy the product and speak about the superiority of it.
Right.
I think it's just more like regionalisms. The fact you can't get it anywhere. I think that that's where some of the hate comes. Where like, when Californians are like, yo, In-N-Out's the shit, I grew up eating that, like, blah, blah, blah. And they just like look at you and they're like, you fucking hipster. Like, I live in, Indiana.
Yeah, I can't get it. And it's just hate because of the regionality.
It's just hate.
Of it.
They just hate that you're a Californian.
Yeah.
Like, they're not hating you because of the food. They're
Right.
hating you because of everything.
Well, I love now that it's in Texas, so we can like get rid of that a little bit. Like, we're moving across. Like, In-N-Out's moving across.
It's in Whataburger territory.
Yeah. Whataburger's great.
I love Whataburger.
I'll give that. Like, there's some people that are in the periphery of the In-N-Out Five Guys conversations that should be way higher.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a time-based thing. Like, Shake Shack, give it a few more years, let it get in a few more locations.
I've got opinions on Shake Shack. I'll get into that. Let's talk about Whataburger though first.
Okay. It's also important to note that like the reason why we're talking about this to begin with is there was a study that came out.
Oh,
It's this consumer study that everyone like uses to now say that like officially Five Guys is a better chain than In-N-Out. First of all, fuck that study. Like, the studies there's a lot of things that influence that study. Sheer amount of locations.
Right.
Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm the same dude that was also like using that study when In-N-Out was at the top of it. But it's fair to note that you throw a dart at a map, more people are going to know about Five Guys now by sheer amount of location.
There's 1,500 of
There's
them.
1,500, and I want to say it's almost a third of that. A third of that for In-N-Out size. So I think like roughly 600 locations.
Wow.
500.
I can't believe it's that little.
It's very little. It's very little. And if you're not familiar with how In-N-Out expands, they have to have a facility within a certain mile radius.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's why it took them forever to find, like, the furthest location from their original location in Southern California is Texas.
Right.
But they had to open a facility to service that
in
location
Texas,
in
right?
Texas.
Yeah.
So
they opened up a bunch of locations. Then.
Yeah. So then they went from one, I think like 10 or whatever. So that's interesting. Five Guys took like the franchisee route, which I don't want to necessarily say immediately means lesser quality.
Right.
Because the same way that you hire good franchisees and have a good kind of filter to that process, In-N-Out or any other location that's like all company owned still has to go through that process too. You have to hire good people for each location.
Right.
So I don't know. But there's a little more.
It's also like, In-N-Out has to like buy property, has to has to have like a supply chain in effect. Like
that was a baller part in the Founder movie, which you would appreciate, is when the head franchisee who opened like hundreds of McDonald's in like a couple years was broke. Like he wasn't making money on all his restaurants that he was opening. And the original owners of McDonald's were like, fuck you, like you're ruining our brand or whatever. But so he met with this investment banker.
Yeah.
And the investment banker was like, you're thinking of your business wrong. You're not in the food business. You're in the real estate business.
Right.
Turn
he's
around.
Buying stuff.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't buying the properties yet until that guy said it. The
Got
banker
it.
was like, you should be buying the properties. And then that's where the real money came. Like you own the property. You lease the property out to the people who want to pay you to open a McDonald's or a Five Guys. I don't know if that's how Five Guys operates. I have no clue. But that's interesting.
Yo, that's super wild.
Yeah.
Did that dude turn a corner and now he's like rich as shit?
He became the CEO and like he but what's crazy is he created, once he had enough franchisees, he cut the McDonald's brothers out of it. Like he created another company called McDonald's that we all associate with now.
It's insane.
So we're not eating at the original McDonald's ever. Like none of it is. It's crazy. So anyways, we're going to talk about Whataburger though.
Whataburger and Shake Shack. Because I feel like those are the two chains that often get thrown around in this conversation. Sure. That like people have really passionate opinions about.
Yeah.
Whataburger, dope. You know what turned me? I was in Texas last year and I was like, yo, I'm going to try Whataburger for the first time, whatever. Did not do any research at all. Ask anyone for recommendations. I just pop in a Whataburger. Yeah. I'm like, I want a Whataburger. Like, throw me a cheeseburger. And they like throw me just this like very basic plain.
It's not the thing to order apparently.
Dude, it was, and I was like, man, like, what the hell is wrong with like Floridans and Texans to like talking up this cheeseburger place like it's like the best place in the world? Flash forward, a couple weeks ago, was driving out here from New Orleans, stopped at a Whataburger in Texas, and got like this like cheesy melt with like jalapenos and Texas toast.
It's
like one of the like Whataburger classics or something like that.
Yep.
Dude, changed my mind.
That
Changed my life. Like
I have a very similar, because I've only been to Whataburger twice now, and recently it was on a trip to Texas. I was in San Antonio or something, and we had just arrived. And same idea. Like I feel like I'm terrible foodie. Like I did not know shit about this place other than I needed to try it, and apparently they have really good ketchup.
Oh yeah,
like
dude,
the ketchup is next level.
The fancy ketchup.
Yeah, it's fancy ketchup. I love that. Like they don't take that shit seriously. Like it's fancy ketchup.
Did you get the spicy one?
I got everything. Like I was like, just give me all of it. They're like, I don't know if they were charging more for us. Just like
whatever.
Just give me the ketchup. But yeah, like I ordered through the menu, but I like didn't have a game plan. The menu's confusing if you don't have a game plan, because you're like, this is a legacy kind of place. Yeah. Like I feel like I should know what to order.
And like breakfast is a really big deal at Whataburger too.
Yeah.
And you're like, and I haven't had Whataburger breakfast yet. Kind of need to, want to. It's on the fat ass bucket list. I guess.
So, but like, I think Shake Shack is doing something crazy.
What's that?
I think like their whole mentality of, first of all, their chicken sandwich is better than most chicken sandwiches. That's better than Chick-fil-A. Yep. Like. That's a
I don't know.
Do you like Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, I love Chick-fil-A. I don't know if you can put the Shake Shack
chicken sandwich. Damn, am I on an island there?
Yeah, I think you're on an island.
What the hell? Hey, guys that are watching on Facebook, let us know what you think of the chicken sandwich at Shake Shack, because I kind of like it, and Brand's saying it's not as good.
I don't know how many people also like I've had it because there's Shake Shacks everywhere in New York, and I had it like right after it came out.
Yeah.
But I'm a spoiled ex-New Yorker. I had like, the Fuku chicken sandwich. When chicken sandwiches became a thing in New York, like everyone had a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, chicken sandwich is just becoming a thing, I feel, out here in California.
Really?
Like we're just getting like your Raising Cane's, which isn't a chicken sandwich spot,
Raising
but
Cane's
fried chicken.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Raising Cane's is
that
good
sauce,
there.
that pepper sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
But chicken is becoming a thing.
We're getting off subject.
We're getting super off subject.
We're getting really off subject.
So like, but Shake Shack, I think it's comparable. I think Shake Shack and Five Guys should be in more conversations. Like if you're talking like a smashed burger, which is what Shake Shack does, pound for pound, the Shake Shack burger is better
than Five Guys. I think you're crazy.
Damn.
I really think you're crazy.
Okay, so what do you break down the Shake Shack
so
burger?
So Shake Shack to me is like, I think there's not enough like meat in their patty. It's expensive. It's like $9 for a burger. You know, it just always, there's something about it that like reeks of like New York douchedom. Like it just like reeks like New York douchedom to me. Like, but there are a couple things that I still like with it. Oh, the curly fries or whatever it is they do.
Yeah.
The ruffle fries. Those to me are totally overrated. They're TV dinner fries. Like
I don't order fries there.
Dude,
I don't waste
so
my stomach
stupid.
on it there.
They're so dumb. Like, but there are a couple things they do okay. Their mushroom burger is really good.
Yeah, the shroom,
with the shroom.
Fried shroom.
With the fried shroom.
With the cheese inside.
Yeah, and throw that on the patty. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And the one silver lining for like what I really do like about Shake Shack is that they use they're from my hometown in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania,
nice.
called Martin's Potato Rolls.
For the bun.
For the bun.
Okay.
And they use them at every Shake Shack around.
The bun is amazing.
And the bun is incredible because potato rolls like are really sweet.
Yeah.
So when they make that bread, and I knew like kids in high school that worked in like the factory over summer, like pulling bugs out of like. But when they use that bread, it's like super sweet, a super sweet bun.
Yeah.
And I think it's like, unlike anything else out there in like fast food, is using an actual potato roll. A lot of like mom and pop places will do it here and there that want to have like a really dope gourmet burger on the East Coast, but like the fact that Shake Shack has it kind of took it to the next level.
Yeah. I think there's something about a company culture there too, and I've heard good things from like other restaurateurs that like Shake Shack takes care of those people. I don't want to stamp my approval on that because I don't know that for certain.
Right.
But like In-N-Out's culture like permeates through their people.
Right.
Like through the benefits, through like a competitive wage at what you're doing, and like keeps the quality high. Like I think the whole restaurant industry is in for like a rude awakening because it's like there's this dichotomy where we're saying, because we understand people and we understand ourselves. We don't understand people. That's the douchiest thing I've ever fucking said. But like,
you're a real leader.
There's something wrong with us saying like a $9 burger is like expensive. Like when you think about like a potential quality ingredient.
Right.
But it's not wrong.
Look, like I will happily be a man of contradictions because I don't know how many times I've like spent $25 on a burger just because like, yo, I heard this like burger is like the best burger I'll ever have. And like it was great. It was worth $25. Like, and you know, here I am talking down a $9 burger.
And that's what's tough is like, is that $9 burger really cheap when you have to sit down at a restaurant to eat it? Like if it's the same one, because like a Shake Shack burger is on par with a lot of like burgers that like in LA where you're paying like $17 at the newest gastropub or whatever.
Because you saw it on Instagram, you're like, yo, that's dope. I gotta have it.
Yeah, just get it for the gram. But yeah, I do have that buyer's remorse after a burger sometimes where I'm just like, man, if I just had like a $3 In-N-Out burger,
that's
like
all you wanted.
I'd be the same amount of happy. Like, because like you look at your bank account like, fuck, man, I could have like 6 In-N-Out burgers for this like one like Black Tap. Black Tap's good.
Black Tap's really good.
Black Tap's good. Black Tap is more like environment though. You pay for the environment. Like you get these crazy milkshakes.
Right. See, as a New Yorker, I hate that shit.
You hate Black Tap or the milkshake?
I hate the vibe around. I hate the vibe around it, man. It's as dumb as the cookie dough ice cream like bullshit trend. Like I can't. The idea that people wait in lines for even for Shake Shack in Madison Park in New York City, like to me blows my mind. Like
lines for food are stupid.
Like they're so dumb.
Yeah.
And Black Tap is one of the all-time, notorious line for food places in
And
New
I
York
waited.
right now. Of course you did.
My dumbass,
You
I waited.
damn tourist.
I waited 30 minutes. So
I could have taken you to a drugstore, got you a pint of like vanilla ice cream, and just dumped candy in it, and you'd have the same fucking thing.
If you guys are familiar, Black Tap is this like super trendy spot right now in New York. There's
City.
A couple locations.
Yeah,
now.
there's like 3 or 4. The original one blew up, so they were just like, keep the money train rolling.
So, like the burgers are above average. What's drawing people in are these stupid milkshakes that are just like they're called freak shakes.
Yep.
Like the idea of like there's like they wrap candy around the outside of the glass and you have to lick it off. Like
right.
We ordered 3 milkshakes and ate. I feel awful saying this. We ate like one of them probably entirely. And
bet you got some good pictures.
Oh, I got some amazing pictures. Track back to that Instagram.
How'd your likes do?
At Book of Elie. The likes are hot. I mean, it's the dumbest shit because that's like the most the freak shake trend and the cookie dough trend are what is wrong with food. And we perpetuate it at Foodbeast, but like it is what's wrong with food. Like because it was 3 of us. Funny story at Black Tap though. 3 of us, we sat down, we ordered 3 of these freak shakes, which are huge. Like you need one for a party of 6. We had 3 of them, and we ordered like 6 burgers to try everything. But the freak shakes are inedible. Like you get a few sips in, and then like you're stuck with basically these huge jug mugs of like ice cream and Sour Patch Kids.
The difference between you and me is that I knew that just by looking at the Instagram pictures of it.
My dumbass had to go and experience it for myself so I could hate myself.
And I
on the way
lived
out.
there. I was there like blocks away from it.
So the only fun thing I'll give for a line and line culture is that you meet people. Like so, I came with my buddy Bobby,
That's
and
true. That's a nice silver line.
We sat in the Black Tap line, and there was a girl who just happened to be by herself. Right, and we thought she was with the group ahead of us, and we started talking about why the hell we're all in line, and you joke about the culture.
Yep.
And we became buds, and she sat with us.
That's
she sat with us, and she like flew out to LA like 6 months later.
Friends
to hang.
making friends.
Yeah, so line culture is a silver lining. It doesn't work like that at In-N-Out because you usually sit in a line by yourself in the drive-thru, which is kind of depressing.
I dig that though. I actually really like going in and out too.
Yeah,
because I think going in and I like. They're quick in there.
They really are in and out.
And there's I'm a big people watcher. I love I think that In-N-Out draws this like really awesome cross section of Californians. Like you
can get Bourdain, or you can get who's not a Californian, but you can get a Bourdain one day,
right? Like
celebrity,
you
or
can,
everyone.
It's very proletariat, if you will. Like as a people watcher, I went to the one in what's that one like in Hollywood?
The big one. It's like
dude, that place is awesome for people. It's the one they reference in The Big Lebowski.
Yeah,
when Walter's like those are good burgers, or Donnie goes to Walter like those are good burgers, Donnie.
Yeah,
that was like 1994. So that goes to show you
legacy.
how legacy it is.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, it's crazy that their advertisements haven't changed in years. They have, I don't know who does all their buying for media, but it's just, they have one radio spot. It's just what a hamburger's all about, that jingle, and that's it. Their billboards are just pictures of, it's the same picture of a burger. That's it. That's all the media they do.
Dude, Five Guys media, like on the East Coast, is like pretty much, it's kind of like your old school, like used car commercial style, like, like Five Guys location, dude, like, blah, 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 like.
I looked at their Instagram and it's trash. Like it looks like whoever founded like Five Guys is still running their Instagram account and like figuring it out along the way. That is kind of tight if he's still doing it. On the other end, I think like In-N-Out's burgers look better than their product shot. Their product shots look weird.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Super nerdy shit now.
I mean, it's also, the thing is like, and it's cool for us as like people that are like know and keep up with like culture enough to know what they want when they go to In-N-Out.
Yeah.
But like, I always wonder how like someone like, and love them to death, but like my grandparents, if my grandparents were to go in an In-N-Out, like, and no one told them exactly what to get for the optimum In-N-Out experience as like.
So you feel, okay, let's talk about our grandparents or just our parents or grandparents, right?
I love it.
Okay, so you think if your grandparents walked in to an In-N-Out, you think they'd be more confused than they would walking into a Five Guys?
Yes, because I think that.
Pray tell.
All right, so Five Guys, you have at the very top, you have like all the additions you can get into your burger, little burger, whatever, regular burger, and then green peppers, onions, whatever. At In-N-Out, you're just like single, double.
Yeah.
Milkshake fries. Like,
so you think it would piss off someone of great age?
Because no, I think they wouldn't get the best experience is what I'm trying to say.
From Five Guys or
from
from
In-N-Out?
Okay.
Because I think they would be ordering off the menu. Like, I think like they would just do something like really basic, like I just want a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but like, then they just get a cheeseburger.
So I think
Like-
the optimum experience gets tweaked the more involved you are with the brand. But I think the out the gate experience, the single
Yeah.
cheeseburger, double or whatever, that experience is still perfect.
Very
enough,
zen-like.
very zen-like, very grandparent friendly.
Okay,
in my
yeah,
opinion.
that's fair.
And it depends
That's
on the
good.
grandparent.
That's good.
Like you might have like a really picky grandparent who like enjoys seeing the Five Guys menus. Like I can add jalapenos.
I get that.
And I don't know whose grandparent I'm saying. Like, they wouldn't be. Mine wouldn't be speaking English. That's for damn sure. They were like, where's the hummus and the falafel? Like they wouldn't get it. But yeah, I mean, I think there's customization enough at In-N-Out that they could handle it. But
That's dope. But like, I think like, I also think that like those people that say In-N-Out's overrated who like had it once.
Yeah.
Like, I think those are probably the people that didn't get, that were just like, oh, I'll have a single cheeseburger. Yeah. And like, didn't really like dive into the like creation of like what makes In-N-Out.
yeah,
In-N-Out,
like if you hated the fries, but
Right.
you didn't get like animal style fries, and that's not on the menu. So I hear
it's
you
on the
there.
menu and you don't have to pay anything extra for it.
Yeah, it's I think it's a little
Is
bit
it a
extra,
little
but
extra?
it's like
I don't know.
cents. Like it's
right.
like I
It's not
don't know,
like-
20 cents. We have the receipt somewhere, but it's like 20 or 30 cents more. Like
It's
well
nothing.
worth it.
It's so worth it.
But like
cheese.
maybe you
delicious.
like they don't explain like on the fries. You can get them well done.
Yeah.
So like if you want your In-N-Out fries to be crispy, maybe you like more chip than you do like potato. Then
I didn't even know that.
yeah, well, extra crispy.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I've
well,
never
you-
asked for extra crispy fries.
Yeah, if you want like well done, a lot of people swear by it. Like they love the well done fry. Spicy, they'll chop chilies for you and put them in your burger at In-N-Out. Yeah, I'm gonna
What?
blow your mind right now. I'm gonna blow your mind right now.
So like eventually I'm gonna go into an In-N-Out and not order animal style burger.
Yeah, no,
It'll
I
be
like.
my 30th something In-N-Out trip, and
it's a new
finally will not
experience
get
every time.
an animal style burger.
One day.
Dude,
One day.
This is mind blowing.
With like whole pickles on it. Did you get whole pickles on yours? You can get
Yeah,
whole pickles.
definitely do
Yeah,
whole
whole
pickles.
pickles is a
Always
must.
do whole
It's really
pickles.
good if you like
Big
pickles.
fan of pickles on a burger.
Yeah.
Even on like old school like McDonald's burgers and stuff like that. Love them. I don't know.
Oh my
I know
God.
people have opinions on that, but
Yeah. I mean, McDonald's has like the exact, I think it's like 2 pickles. Again, I'm like hot off this movie that I just saw, so I know everything about McDonald's.
there's so much about McDonald's.
Fuck. Anyways, where did we land? In-N-Out, Five Guys?
I mean, I'm
down
in and
to-
out. Like I said, my perfect meal: In-N-Out burger, Five Guys fries.
In-N-Out should just buy Five Guys. That could be a thing.
Okay. What's her name?
The new owner?
Yeah.
The youngin?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. Why am I blanking on her name? The Fox.
she's married 4 times or something like that.
Yeah. Something Snyder.
Yeah.
The family. Very interesting, like very cool family. Wild story.
There will be a great Netflix documentary made.
Yes.
About In-N-Out someday.
So Five Guys run by 4 brothers, no?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, there we go.
I wish I could die. I love how you're pretending like I'm a Five Guys expert. I'm just eating it a lot.
I just eat it. Usually makes you an expert.
I'm just eating it a lot, and I have a lot of opinions about it.
All right, so all we're saying, I think what we learned through here is don't trust the polls. Go out there and make your own assessment of what you enjoy.
And remember, if your burger's not melted enough,
But yeah, put fries on
put
it.
fries
Hot
on
on
top, hot off, make it nice and melty.
I think I did that. So when I put in a pickup order for Five Guys, everything was ready except the fries, and she said, "Let me put the fries in the fryer for you." I was like, "That's baller." I was like, "I appreciate that."
Ooh.
There's no one else in the store,
Nice
so
touch.
she had that time.
Nice touch.
She had that time. This
This is your way of subtly putting down Five Guys.
Oh man, there's just too many of them. I think like if they scarced it up, if they made it like harder to find a Five Guys,
Yeah.
we'll see. Anyways,
Cool, man.
That was good.
It's great.
I feel like we did some good stuff here.
We did some good stuff. I think we established a pretty baseline burger talk.
I love it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Everyone on Facebook who's still watching, that's tight. Oh, In-N-Out did win the thing so far. Almost not double, but close.
Nice.
And everyone who's listening on the podcast, make sure to, okay, first of all, I didn't talk so much about BroBible as much as I would have liked, but BroBible is, I told you this when we first met, was genuine. I was like a huge fan. Still am a huge fan before.
Obviously a huge fan of what you guys do.
Man, and you guys have the funniest, it's like, okay, so BroBible is like GQ for real bros.
Right.
Like it's an
Not
actual
people that
site.
live in like glass apartment buildings.
It's like, it feels like it's exactly. It feels like it's written by my buds.
Yeah.
And I know girls that love the site.
Love it.
Like I'm sure you know that, but
I do.
Like some of my girlfriends are like, BroBible.
Thanks,
That's
man.
so tight.
Appreciate that.
So thank you for
Dude, it was
stopping
great.
by.
I can talk burgers and fast food all day.
I love it. We should talk more fast food soon.
Love it.
Nux. All right, guys. Follow Brandon. How can they follow you on Instagram and stuff?
Follow me on Twitter. Brandon Wenerd, Wenerd.
Such a journalist.
Twitter. And Instagram.
You have some dope Instagram. You just put up that model shot of you, model of a fucking floral print shirt.
If you want to see how like self-absorbed I really am, like follow my Instagram.
Follow Instagram. Twitter's just the journalist self-absorbed side of Brandon.
I've had better jokes on Twitter.
Oh shit. Anyways, guys, so check out BroBible.com if you don't already. Thank you guys. Another terrible outro, and yep, that's it. That's been the Katchup this week. Later, y'all.
Peace.